equations. Don't try to freehand it like Mrs. Love, so that your graph lines are as accurate as possible, and that would make them appear to be parallel. All right, let's look at the next equation. What happens if they don't give you an equation? What happens if they give you a line? Well, what do we need? We need the slope. So guess what? I need to find two good points to use to calculate my slope. So I'm going to make an XY table, and I'm going to pick off two good ordered pairs. So I see 4, 6, and 0, 3. So now I'm going to find my change in Y. From 6 to 3 is down 3. And my change in X from 4 to 0 is down 4. So now I'm going to write my slope. And remember, slope is change in Y over change in X. It's a little different than what we learned yesterday. Remember, you need two Y's and two X's for slope. So I have negative 3 over negative 4. So if I simplify that in my calculator, let's see, negative 3 over negative 4, that is going to simplify to 3/4. So my slope is 3/4, and it's going to stay the same because parallel lines have the same slope. So my new slope is 3/4, and now I need a point. The only point I cannot use my y-intercept. So I'm going to just make it simple and use the other point in my table. I'm going to use 4, 6. Oh no, I'm sorry. You're not going to use 4, 6. You have to use the point they gave you. Whew. Usually you're going to use 3, negative 2. And now I'm going to write my point slope format. So I'm going to highlight my output value and my input value. And so now I'm going to write y minus, my output value is a negative 2, equals, use my slope, which is 3/4, parentheses, x minus, and now I'm going to input my input value, which is 3. And if I look at my equation, I go back to this y minus negative 2. Well, minus and negative has to change to positive, so it's going to be y plus 2 equals 3/4 times the difference of x and 3. So now I'm going to change my equation. So y plus 2 equals 3/4 x minus 3, and I'm going to distribute my slope. So y plus 2 is equal to 3/4 x, and now I'm going to multiply 3/4 times a negative 3, which is going to give me negative 9/4. And now I have to move my 2 over, and when I move it over, it's going to change to a negative 2. So now I have to type in y equals 3/4 x. And now I've got a negative 9/4 minus 2, and that's going to simplify to negative 17/4. Y equals 3/4 x minus 17/4. Okay, I can't use this y-intercept because it is a decimal and it's not going to fit. So I'm going to go to my table and I'm going to type in my equation, 3/4 x minus 17/4, and I'm going to go to my table, second graph, and I'm going to see, is there a good whole number point that I can use to start my graph from? And so if I look down, oh, I see 3, negative 2. Well, that will plot on here, so I'm going to go to 3, negative 2, and this is where I'm going to start. And I'm going to count my slope up 3 over 4, right 4, and I run out of space, so now I'm going to go down 3, left 4, down 3, left 4. And I'm going to sketch my new line, and I'm going to make my new line be orange, just so we can see the difference. Again, please use a straight edge. And you can see that those lines are parallel, so I did write a parallel line to that graph line that was given to me. All right, well now you're going to complete your homework practice, and if you have any questions, please ask. Thanks.